It started out on a Friday morning. I had taken a day of vacation, and I decided I was going to go out and mow the lawn at the beginning of the day because I didn't want to be out in the heat of the sun. All of a sudden, I felt this pain at the back of, like in my neck and the back of my head.
I believe was out working in his yard. It was a very hot day, and experienced the sudden onset of an excruciating headache, one which I think he would agree was the worst headache that he had ever had.
And at that point, I told my wife, we got to get to a hospital. This is serious. There's something going on. This isn't normal.
The scan showed that he had had some bleeding over the surface of his brain and a small amount of bleeding in his cerebellum. The angiogram showed that, in fact, he did not have an aneurysm, but he had a vascular malformation.
It's like a bunch of veins that form in there that don't really belong there, and they're pulling blood away from where they should go. And apparently something broke in there, and that's what caused the headaches, and that's what started the whole episode.
So after we let him calm down a little bit, I got involved, initially to help Dr. Trask treat the patient. So what we do is get involved to make the surgery easier. In other words, try to make it faster with less blood loss.
Mr. Mata's case is a really great example of some of the new technologies that Siemens has brought to us.
The addition of the Dynas CT to the standard angiographic evaluation that we did allowed us to see with complete clarity exactly where the malformation was.
The 3D capabilities allow us to not only spin and look at it in every single direction, spin it 360 degrees, up, down, all around to get your feel of the malformation and the aneurysm, but then the Dynas CT gives us a better look at the resolution, even further resolution, so you know exactly what you're dealing with.
Well, I think the technology that they used on me was definitely, I think it did save my life. First thing I would say, of course, is thank you for being a doctor, because I realize it's a calling to be a professional, to go through that much training, and you have to care for people. I mean, that's, I think, the biggest thing, because everybody at this hospital, starting with the doctors and working through the nurses and even all the hospital staff, you could see the quality, the professionalism, they cared. I mean, it's so different when somebody comes to you. I mean, they don't know you, and that they could take the time and be with you, care for you, ask you how you're feeling, and that they could actually help you. That's a big thing.
The intensive care unit here at this hospital is one of the best around. The nurses are some of the best nurses around, and they've been doing things for 20 years, most of them. They have a tremendous amount of experience, and when you have experience that the patients can feel that experience because they know they're in good hands. When all of a sudden you come into the situation and the nurses are there saying, well, we see this every single day, we can take care of this kind of problem.
I'm very happy to say that I think Robert's problem is solved and he's cured, and we are able to have better outcomes for our patients, less complications for the patients, and in some cases a difference between life and death. There's no doubt that occurs as well.